After Jack Hanma landed the almighty bite on Kosho Shinogi, he ripped off his shoulder, causing immense pain, enough to actually stun the cord cutter, which highlights how lethal Jack's bites actually are, with Jack still holding onto his hand and looking down at him like an absolute badass. Then our goat proceeds to choke the cord cutter out, succeeding in this, as it's very clear Kosho is now unconscious. However, Jack has revealed his new monstrous nature, landing a bite on the cord cutter's neck, with the final panel just being a splatter of blood. Does this mean Jack actually killed his opponent in this fight? He didn't need to land the final bite, he was unconscious, it was pretty much guaranteed to win at that point. And even when we've seen Jack in similar situations to this, where he's pretty much won the fight, he doesn't typically go for the kill. Once they're unconscious, he pretty much just leaves them. However, this time, he went for a very lethal attack. Is this perhaps Jack sending all the other characters another message? The first message after defeating Sukune was pretty much to say, yes, I'm back, ready to take on everyone. Now it's him saying that if you really want to fight me, you're gonna have to be someone pretty much top tier to really stand a chance, or I'm gonna do some pretty deadly damage. We had Shinogi's brother pretty much saying, don't die, that's all. I guess foreshadowing what Jack is about to do to him. We had Motobe warning him and Hanada that, yeah, you know, Jack is that guy, I think you should take this more serious. Maybe you're not really ready for this. With him being someone that's had first-hand experience against, I guess, a more recent Jack in the story. Yes, he faced Jack in the Musashi arc before his development of Gaudo. However, even at this point, Jack's pretty much willpower and overall strength had Motobe pretty much freaking out during that clash, with Motobe only fighting Jack for the purpose of saving him from pretty much getting killed by Masashi Miyamoto. Which, if Jack did fight Masashi, considering his fighting style, Masashi probably would have been forced to actually kill him if Motobe didn't technically save Jack. However, now he's more lethal than ever, and is still highlighting his ability to be top tier when it comes to pretty much every aspect. Grappling, striking, Jack has it all, and the means to pretty much end a match with a single attack, make him, as I've been saying, one of the strongest characters in the entire series. Right now, currently in the story, I have him in the top 3. Above Pickle, we haven't seen Pickle have a fight since the Musashi arc, with there being arguments during that arc itself that someone like Hanayama could be stronger than the likes of Pickle during that time. And now Hanayama in recent Baki Ryan stuff hasn't been going too well, so Jack's rise is continuing to occur. And this is only really his third main fight since returning to the series, and it hasn't even been against any of the people he actually called out, the ones he wanted to fight. Prior to this, he showed really no interest in the cord cutter, being like, oh yeah, I think he was, at the place where everyone pulled up on Pickle. Entering the arena with his shirt still on, turning his back to the cord cutter to pretty much give him a chance to land some attacks that virtually did nothing to him. Jack is pretty much a top dog now, and these lower tier characters definitely are going to realize it. But of course, coming back to the big question, is Shinogi actually going to be dead after this attack? Personally, I don't think so. If he was, I wouldn't complain by any means, and it would set up Jack as the, I guess, big bad antagonist during this arc, that's for sure. But I don't really see it being the case. It's very clear that Jack's won the fight, but I think Shinogi will just probably be greatly injured, and we won't be seeing him for a long time, which is a little unfortunate because last time we technically got a fight from him was during the Prisoner arc, where we got shit on by the likes of Doyle. I guess he's getting a similar shit on now, but he had a few chapters of shine and build up in Baki Rahan. He was revealed to be much stronger than ever before. Now on to better stuff. Who is Jack going to fight next? It's a possibility he could fight Shinogi's brother, the Doctor, as he also has a relationship with Jack, the one that's been giving him all those heart surgeries since the Maximum Tournament, and probably various other things. we've had multiple scenes throughout the Bucky manga of them two chilling together, eating dinner, etc. So the exact outcome of Shinogi's life or death situation will probably determine whether Jack fights the Doctor. We have Hanada, who honestly, just get him out of here, he doesn't deserve to fight Jack. Out of the original characters he called out, if I had to pull out the one that's I guess the weakest, it's probably Gaia, so that's going to be my prediction for now. But let me know what you think, everyone watching today's video, down in the comments. Another thing to talk about that we got in this chapter was, I guess, fairly interesting. A flashback to the first time in Bucky history where biting was pretty much used as a weapon. 564 BCE, where a Spartan used it against this guy, who looks insanely similar to the person Yujiro did unspeakable things to as someone Yujiro viewed as female. Interesting stuff, with this guy being the Spartan who used biting, comparing it to the likes of a lion rather than like a woman or something like that. Looking, I guess, similar to Jack in some ways. Maybe the Hanma family have ancestry connecting to the Spartans in some way, but I don't think we should look into that too deep. I doubt this will ever be brought up again. Just a cool little thing Itagaki tends to do at times, is flashbacks to interesting events of the past that connects to what's currently going on in Bucky, and this is one of those instances that will probably never appear again. When it comes to the next chapter's release date, unfortunately Bucky Rahen is going on a little bit of a break. The next one is scheduled for the 22nd of February, so I guess I'll see everyone in the next chapter at the end of the month. But I do have other Bucky content in the works, so stay tuned. A lot of high quality stuff. Some other things to talk about we got in this chapter is Doppo talking about how it's pretty much like him to take the handshake, a symbol of friendship, and exploit it into the grapple, with, of course, Doppo, as we all know, being the ultimate goon in Bucky, or at least one of the ultimate goons when it comes to fighting. So I could imagine him, pulling up on Jack and them two fighting. Even if it isn't in like an arena, just on the street, I would actually like a few of the fights to be on the streets, and more so be like some of the other characters' preferred fighting zone. For example, Gaia fighting in his, I guess, preferred environment, and Jack actually overcoming him in that way, showing his domination regardless of the setting. And I could see Doppo being one of the fighters pulling up on the street. However, Doppo is also, one of the main fighters of the underground as well, so I guess the arena makes more sense, with him being one of the most famous fighters as well for the spectators to enjoy. But the crowd's reaction to Jack's almighty bite at the end, and of course the blood splatter, was absolute peak, that's for sure. But that's everything for today's Bucky video. I hope you enjoyed. Subscribe, shout out to the Mad Lads. That's it guys, peace.